Okay, so it's been about, I guess, a couple weeks since I've had a real video. I just didn't really take much video last time. It was slow moving and, you know. So I just put up those little putty ones I was doing. That's what I did a lot of time, spent a lot of time doing, was just putty, putty, putty. So, what did we get done this weekend and some of last weekend, but mostly this weekend? I got the cushion stuck on it. You can look down in here. Oh, there it is. And you can see that I made a shelf. The shelf is under there. I didn't actually got a backup. I didn't make the shelf. The shelf was in the engine room. And it was, I took it out. Really tough to get a look. I took it out of the engine room because I don't remember what was sitting on it. So I just repurposed it and stuck a couple screws in it. This is where the tank for the poop was. So there's that. We did that. So that was real cool. Nothing. I did put some screws in inside there, but we'll go up and look at that on the top. All right. So yeah, no. To explain that more, this battery here is for the windlass. Okay. So what it used to have was this cable all the way up the boat. It's a big Herkin cable and everything's great about it, but it got really corroded, as I'm sure you've seen in some of the videos. And some of it's good in the middle, so I'll probably reuse some of it, but it was really hammered on the ends and corrosion was bad. So now that the battery's in the V-berth, I can just run some trickle charge wires up to here, and then I'll put the big amp, 100 amp or 50 amp switch or whatever it is, I'll put it up here somewhere. I think it's going to end up somewhere here. But anyway, and then the big pull of the amperage, which is what the windlass does itself, those wires will be very short. So it'll save a lot of electricity and also make it a lot easier on the batteries. Okay. And I'm really ashamed of this next thing I'm going to show you, but you get to see because that's the way it works. And I got this all in. Pretty much okay, so let's talk about this first. So yeah, I got runs in it. I didn't use enough colloidal to make it right, and it ran a little bit, but not too far. And of course, it's solid in there as a rock. And you can see right through it, yeah. And so it's okay, but like I said, I'll make it thicker next time. And I'm pretty happy with it, though, as far as everything else. What else we got? I had mounted this guy, which is the sonar. And it wasn't quite level, and it leaked a little bit. I just used some silicone, I think is what I had. Anyway. So we took, and the top, I couldn't get a screwdriver on quite right because I tried to shove it way up in there and it just wasn't working. So we tore that off and we're going to recut the little angle piece. This is pretty awesome, dude. I took off a lot of these guys, these brass. And I don't know in the videos before, but they were gnarly. And now it's all pretty shiny. Here's some we put back on. And man, it looks really, really good. When this is washed up and clean, it is going to look stellar. So I'm really actually pretty shocked. It's going to be too much, honestly. It's going to be all brassy and stainless steely. So hopefully the white will set it off and pull your eyes away from it. Because right now, when the sun's just right, it's just like ridiculous shiny. But anyway, took those doors off. Cannot get those doors off. I don't know. This molding seems to be one whole piece, and maybe they stuck it together in the factory, but if you're watching this, and it will not lift sorry, not too fast. This one, and this one over here I took out and took home, because I'm going to sand them and paint them white. And this one, of course, but they just up and out, and these ones will not do it. So they're in there. So I don't know if I have to take the whole thing apart, but I guess it'll just have to be painted where it sits. Other than that, What else did we do in the cabin? Anything? No, I don't think so. Alright, so now we can move outside. Last couple days, I really didn't do much in the engine room either. I didn't even open it today except for a minute. One thing we did do. This guy right here is a box with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 switches on it. And I can take out a bunch of these guys because, like, let's see, I'll list them out. The propane was fake in the first place. So that can go. Hold on, we'll try and adjust okay, so the propane was fake in the first place, so it can go. Radar is out. Well, it's not. The radar on the mast is here, but the radar in the cabin is gone. Not meter, gone. This is here, gone. That's here, that's here, that's here, and that's gone. On this side, this is here. I moved this from here, and it's because this stuff back here was gnarly, as you can see. And the one I took out of there, the fuse was all, as soon as I touched it, it came apart. So that was funny. Okay, so this is here. I need to put a little fuse on this one first before I go using it. But listen. Ooh, it works. So I think hopefully I solved the problem with that, because anytime I was in any kind of heavy seas, not even bad, but wavy and would make that thing work, it would pop that fuse, and I don't know. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll try it. But at least the screen comes on and it looks like it works. The Lauren, I don't even know what that was. That's gone. The GPS is gone. I think I've shown you in my videos, the wire's been cut. So that was sad. I'll check it out and see if I can use it, but I don't think that's any good. This is here, that's here, that's here, and then that's gone. I think that was a light for like all these old nav stuff that was here. So I'm going to take these switches here and I'm going to put them all on the board. And so that's a project. I don't know. This will probably get done as far as moving them. It'll probably get done. I don't think I'll just put that back together because it's pretty tired. The water maker, I don't even have one yet. My buddy's got it up in Seattle for me. Anchor light needs to go somewhere. It can go, I'm thinking it could probably go down here because it's part of these lights. This is the bilge pump that gets used most of the time. And then it's got another bilge pump down there. And what's this one? Oh, the strobe light. I don't even know what that is. I have no idea. I'd have to turn it on and go look around. Anyway, so that's that. Everything's still a great big mess, but I actually feel like it's coming together. I've been putting things in, like the radio, and I can't find the doggone. That's my nav. And I can't find the stupid pattern because I want to, this is where the speedometer was and it's no more. So I want to cut the GPS nav thing and put it in there. Because you do look at it when you're driving, but it's not like you concentrate on it. And all you do is look at it for a couple seconds usually. And so anyway, I'm going to put that there. All right, what else did we do? Let's see what we did on deck. Oh. All right. So hey, this thing is here. Let me put it in the camera here so you can read it. And it was down there, and I'm not sure exactly what it does. Since I have 4 batteries going in for my motor, and 4 house batteries, I don't know exactly what I need to make everything work and blah, blah, blah. But we'll figure it out. Oh, and I did these guys. This is the fuel cap on this side. And on that side, I put those in because I need plugs. It might rain, which is like the biggest day it might rain is 50% chance. So I thought just in case, I'm going to batten down the hatches a little bit. And once again, like I always do when I walk up here, you can see what's going on out in that water. It's a nice day. I don't know how windy it is once you get out there, but it feels like, see, the flags are fairly stout, but you'd at least be moving forward. Looks like there might be some 12 knot gusts. And the windlass. So the windlass is just sitting there. This guy is on the plate. Let me, bing, bing. The plate is on. One bolt wouldn't get as tight as I like before it started spinning, but it was really close. So just hopefully the life cock will seal it up, and we won't have any issues with that. I put epoxy on this guy, so I know the UV is going to tear it up in the long run, but at least for now it's sealed up, and I can make it down to the Great Mexico in good shape, and I can mess with it there. Yeah, so we have we're gonna run the wires again. The battery's up here, so it's gonna be a little different configuration. It's nothing like rocket science. We just got to do it. What else got done? I got to mess with. Oh, I did get this little guy on. It's this here. That's the little hatch thing, and it works great. It's tight, nice and tight. I got to put some under here. I got to put some kind of seal. It's pretty hilarious at the moment. So before I get going too far as sailing, we'll do that. This box here, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's got some dive gear shit in it and nothing major, but the solar panel's obviously gone. I don't know, I may keep it just because it does generate something. Something's better than nothing, but I doubt it, because all the solar's going to be hopefully up on the solar arch I put in. I call it a radar arch, but it's a solar arch. Dang it, it's holding solar. Anyway, so I don't know if I'm going to keep this box on the deck, to be perfectly honest. There's only a few places where we could put up a couple chairs and enjoy the sun coming down, and up here is one of them, except for this box. We could still do it without the box, or with the box there, but it'd be a lot more crowded. So I think that's going to come out. I've got a lot of room in the boat, since I'm taking out all that engine stuff and all the extra parts that he had for the engine. I'll have a lot of room to put a lot of stuff. What else? I guess I can go down and show you what we did downstairs. Feel the wind coming a little bit. Basically, everything is done down here except for one thing, but this one, smooth. That's just gonna get painted over. What was that? Oh, that was the speedometer, one of the fathometer things. This one, was that the fathometer? Yeah, that was. This was, oh, I can't even remember. But this isn't coming, this is getting covered. I'm going to put a zinc back in there, down at the bottom, just because otherwise there's no zinc to ground the hole. On the hull, there's two on the tiller, or on the rudder, I'm sorry, but none on the body. And that just doesn't work for me. So I'm gonna ground stuff. My buddy Bryce says you can do it without. Oh, here's Earl. Hey, Earl. And he's going groundless. There's some kind of argument, but all I know is I saw what the through holes look like that weren't grounded, so I'm doing that. That's the one that's done. All we have to do is cut off that little extra on the through hole, so it'll go up there flush in there. I used bag balm to lubricate it, to keep the epoxy from sticking, and it did a good job, and I can get it in there quite a ways. These two were through holes. Yes, they were, and they're going away. There's another thing for the zinc there. I'm gonna put that zinc in too. And over here was another fathometer transducer. That's gonna get painted over. This one here is the kitchen through hole for the drain on the kitchen, and it's all ready now. All I got to do is I got to build the seacock on the on the backing plate, and we'll jam that in. I was going to do it today, but we forgot our brass nuts, so we had no nuts today, so we couldn't do that one. This one is the engine. This one here is the engine room one, and it's ready to go. It's nice and flat. Really, some of them turned out really good, I got to say. For as bad as it started. I sanded down on this one I'm about to show you, and it had bubbles under it, so I picked them out and put some more putty on top of it. But that, I tell you, it's being an amateur, you do make mistakes, but it did last 5 years before it even bubbled or anything, if it even did. So here, oh, Earl did better than he said he did. I actually think that's okay. I can feel a little bit here, but yeah, this is the last part. I'd be happy to do that. That's no big deal. Anyway, so that's what we've been doing. We're ready. I'm about ready to just start slamming through holes in. I've only got 4 more to do, so, and you know, it's not rocket science. So now that I did 1, I'm feeling pretty good about it. So we're getting there. Let me walk off a little bit and show you. You don't get to see the whole thing very often. I'm ready for it to be in the water, to be honest with you. I don't know what I'm going to do, where I'm going to put her when she's all done. Almost went down. But she's coming along. She's getting better and better. We're getting there. The engine guy should be, he should be coming in within a couple weeks. He's going to Kentucky to do one, to install one, and then I'm on his table. I went and saw the engine, or the motor, I should say, sitting on his table, and it's all together, and then he just got to put all the parts together and find out the lengths of where everything's going. So there we go. That's my update. You guys have a good night. And chasing Captain Fatty.